Hi, welcome. I'm Baz the Bard, and today's game is a Road to Nationals top 8 match from Boards and Swords Hobbies in Derby. The top 8 consisted of 2 Dorinthea, 2 Katsu, 2 Boltyn, 1 Chain and 1 Bravo. This game is between Sharif Shaban playing Dorinthea Ironsong and John Pearson playing Boltyn Breaker of Dawn. So with these two players, they regularly test together, so they know each other's decks quite well. I had a little chat with Sharif before the match. He said he didn't want to play John. It's a game no one wants to play as you're going against a friend and someone's going to be knocked out. I said to him it's better to play him now than in the first round, where you may have potentially prevented him from getting into the cut at all. But saying that, Sharif lost his first match to a Ninja Turtle deck, and here he is in the top 8. As it stands, Sharif is the 4th seeded player and John is 5th. As the highest seeded player, Sharif got to decide who would be the first player, and he is elected to start. Now normally I would just stop talking now, but I'm afraid something went wrong with the microphones, so I'm going to have to try my best and commentate on this great game. Okie dokie, game on. Okay, so the armour we've got for Sharif is Arcanite Skullcap, Courage of Bladehold, Bracers and Refraction Bolters. Normally you might see Tunic there for Dorinthea, but it looks like Sharif is going for a blowout turn, maybe with multiple swings due to Twinning Blade. So he's going to come in for 3, it looks like. Okay, so he's not presenting a go again. So he's not giving John much of a chance to filter his hand. John's blocking for 11. So he's all in. So Sharif wants to filter his hand a little bit. So he is going through John's cards. So John's got a Valiant Thrust. So that's not going to get the kicker because he's not on less health. The Courageous Steel Hand, that needs a charge card, which it looks like John hasn't got there. The Beacon of Victory, that needs a card into Soul to be effective, and it's more of a late game card or a Lumina Ascension enabler, so that's not a great first turn card. The only thing that John might want to keep is an Enlightened Strike, but if he didn't overpitch or overblock, that overpower by Shingo there, or Sharif, sorry, may have come in and just poked a little bit of damage. So Sharif is arsenaling the card. John is pulling up to 4 cards. Let's see that hopefully he gets a better set of cards than before. So Tunic goes up to 1. So hopefully we'll see John start charging his Soul and getting this Raiden Dustbane. So John comes in for 6 with a Command and Conquer, trying to clear out that arsenal. So now we're going to see how much value Shingo puts on it. So in some ways he's trying to reduce Sharif's options, getting rid of the arsenal card, or potentially getting rid of 2 cards out of his hand to block this up. So if it's a Steel Blade Determination or a Singing Steel Blade in his arsenal, then that's going to hold more value. If it's something like a Shunt, then potentially not. Not at this stage anyway. So Sharif must put some value on it because he's having to think about it. Oh, there we go. So looks like armour's going in. Okay, so he's blocking 6. So honours are even. John arsenals. There we go. Sharif is eager to go. So Sharif comes in with a Dawnblade attack for 3. So no blocks. Lets 3 through. John knows if he starts blocking from hand, then gives the reprise effects that Sharif might be holding. Tunic goes up to 2. We've got a red plunder run coming out from Arsenal, so that gives +3 power to the next attack action card, and because it's come out of Arsenal, if he hits he gets to draw. It's got a yellow express lightning coming in, so normally that's 4, but plunder run puts it up to 7. Charges his soul, puts an enlightened strike in, so I would expect to see that come out due to the added power to express lightning. John's got go again on tap thanks to Boltyn's ability. Plus, if Sharif decides to block with an attack action card, then it will go up to 8 power. Not that Dorinthea normally has attack action cards. So Sharif blocks for 3. So John elects to give it go again, and then Sharif responds with a sink below. He's going to use its ability, filter his hand a bit to give himself more options for next turn. So probably going to see a Raid and Dustbane or not. We've got a red Bolt of Courage coming in for 3. He doesn't have to charge this turn. It's already active because he's already charged. So we'll draw a card on hit. Sharif blocks for 3, and then John follows up with a red Courageous Steel Hand for 3. So 3 goes through. John will draw a card off Plunder Run and then draw a card off of Bolt of Courage. So it gives him options on which card he wants to Arsenal because he hasn't got go again there. So that was pretty good. The momentum is in John's favour. Sharif is ready to rock and roll already, so he's got he's coming in for 3. John is not blocking that, so he's going to take 3 and go down to 34. He's got a full hand, sorry. So he's going to try and keep the pressure on. We've got the Tunic pushing up to 3, so this is a really good time for a full hand. We should expect an explosive turn here from John because he has the extra resource. So it just depends on what he drew. So we have a red Take Flight for 4. He's using the Tunic resource for the cost, and he's charging a Beacon of Victory. So that's 2 now that have come out. So Sharif takes the 4. It's already got go again because Take Flight gets go again if you've charged a card. So we have a yellow Take Flight for 3. He's already charged, so he's got go again. He just needs to pay for it. He's paid for it with a Bolt of Courage. So he's got 2 floating, and 1 card in hand. So if he's got a Battlefield Blitz, that would be pretty good, or a Boltyn Blade, that would be quite good. That will come in for 7. The red Battlefield Blitz for 5 would be pretty cool, but no, he has got another red Take Flight coming in for 4, which Sharif blocks for 4, so he takes no damage. Okay, so John's elected to give it go again from Soul, but it already had go again, and then he follows him with a Raid and Dustbane for 3. Yeah, it's a bit strange that, using the one from Soul, because that 1 card at the beginning gave all of those Take Flights go again. Sharif blocks out. So we've seen 14 power attack turn from John there. So Sharif blocked up successfully, took a couple of damage, but yeah, a pretty good turn from John. Just takes the pressure off him a bit. Sharif follows up with a red Sharpened Steel and a Dawnblade for 6. So he's got pretty good pressure coming back. Looks like John has got a Courageous Steel Hand. Oh, there we go. We've got a Soul Shield, so we can block this out and put another card into Soul. It just depends on what Sharif has got as that Arsenal card, because if he blocks from hand, the reprise might come in. So he's elected not to block, takes a 6, goes down to 28, keeps a full hand to try and keep the pressure up on Sharif. There's only 2 health in it, 30 to 28. Tunic ticks up for 1. We've got a red Battlefield Blitz coming in there for 5. It doesn't have go again because John hasn't charged. So Sharif just takes the 5. John Arsenal's a card. Sharif is coming back because he's got a full hand, and this is why he kept it. So he's got Spoils of War, so his Dawnblade is going to be coming in for 5. He's got Go again. If he hits, he'll generate 2 copper, but he's not going to be too bothered about that. He's going to be Kasai who's more interested. So we've got the Soul Shield, there we go. So that's going to block for 6. He's come out of Arsenal, so reprise effects won't be active. So it comes comes in with a Nourishing Emptiness. There we go. So oh god, right. So he's coming in for 6. It's got Dominate because there wouldn't have been any other attack action cards in John's in Sharif's discard pile. So I don't think John is going to allow him to have an extra card, which he doesn't. So his armour goes in, and that's going to block for 7. Okay, so Tunic goes up to 2. John has not got many options. So he's going to Arsenal, draw up, stabilise his turn, and then he's going to have to weather the fury attacks from Sharif. So here we go, Yellow Warrior Valor with Dawnblade, more likely for 5. So he's baiting a block. So hopefully trying to get some reprise effects going. John elects not to block, takes that 5 damage. So we've got Go Again coming from Sharif. So he's following up with a red hit and run. So Dawnblade will be coming in for 6, more than likely. Sharif is toying with that card. Whether or not he wants to activate braces. So he'll be coming in for 7. But to do that, he would have to pitch that card. So yeah, just weighing up if that's an attack reaction, will he get more out of it by waiting to see what John does, or does he just put himself to 7 attack? So he does go for it. Okay, so he's coming in for 7. So it was an overpower red, it looks like, so he wouldn't have been able to pay for that anyway. If Sharif hits with this, which he does, he gets a token on Dawnblade. So John must have a good hand if he has elected not to block any of that. So maybe we've got a potential Luminous Ascension coming. You always hate it when you're coming in with big attacks and your opponent doesn't block. So Tunic ticks up to 3. So there we go, via the Vanguard. Paid by the Tunic. How many cards will John put into his soul? For every card that he does, he gets +1 attack. So he's popping in 2. So via the Vanguard, he's coming into 5 for 5. He's going to give it Go Again, and Sharif just takes the 5 down to 20. 20 plays 17. John follows up with a Luminous Ascension, and then comes in with a Raiden for 4. So playing the Luminous Ascension breaks a chain, so the bonuses from via the Vanguard won't apply to Raiden. Would have been nice though, wouldn't it? So lots of pressure coming onto Sharif. We know that because of Luminous Ascension, he will be able to attack again with Raiden. So he gives it goes again. He's hit. Luminous Ascension triggers, so he draws a card. It was a light one, so he puts that into soul and gains a health. So he's up to 18. So he's going to attack again with Raiden. So this is forcing Sharif to block. So he's blocked for 5. So it's whether or not there's another Courageous Steel Hand, we don't know. Could have been a Boltyn, a Beacon of Victory, but we won't know for sure until that comes out, because John has put it into Arsenal. Draws up. It's Sharif's go. So we've got another hit and run blue this time. So he's coming in for 5. 1 in hand, 1 in Arsenal. So Does John block knowing that Sharif's already got go again, or does he take this and wait for a 5 attack Dawnblade, because more than likely Sharif will use braces to pump it to 5. If he doesn't block this out, then or this turn out, sorry, then Dawnblade will get another token. You don't really want that spiralling out of control. Okay, so he's taken that damage, taken that 4, and then so he comes in with a command and conquer. Oh god. So if he had a if John had a soul shield in Arsenal, he certainly can't use it now. Oh, that's a horrible. So whilst John is in the tank, this gives me some time to give you some stats on the event. Here's a pie chart comprising the makeup of heroes that we're battling out for today. So we've got 7 Prism, 2 Azalea, 6 Bravo, 2 Dorinthea. Both the Dorintheas made it into the cut. 5 Chain, 7 Katsu, 2 Levia, 5 Boltyn, 1 Rhino and 5 Dash. I'd also like to give out a shout out to my newer subscribers, and they are the Dyson Neil Man, Ian Hinchley, Frank Burst Whistle, Vol the Vol, Aaron's Weird and Wonderful World, Adanaz9, Simon Denning, Ben Cox, Michael Bone, Ferg Brown, Stephen Birdsall, George Sharp and Steel Fur. Thank you for your support. It's nice to know that someone is watching. So if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe. Dare I say, hit the bell so you don't miss the next one, especially for the rest of the games in this series. On top of that, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. Okay, so John blocks for 6. He protects that card in his arsenal. So let's see how he's going to come back. Let's see that card that he protected. The tunic ticks up for 1. And we see a red Express Lightning, and it's charged, so he's coming in for 4. So the health points are fairly even still, but John is putting a bit of pressure on to try and get these cards out of Sharif's hand. He uses his Snapdragons to give him go again, so maybe we've got a Celestial Cataclysm coming because of the cards in Soul, but it doesn't look like it. Raiden is coming in for 3, so maybe John's holding an attack reaction. Maybe another Courageous Steel Hand could pump that up to 6, a maximum. Sharif's taking the time to go through his deck, have a look at the attack reactions that John potentially has, or he could actually use a card from Soul and he could be coming in for a Battlefield Blitz for 5 if it's a red one. Yeah, he's got plenty. No, it can't be a Battlefield Blitz because that costs 1, so it could be another 0 cost light attack card. So Sharif blocks for 3. He arsenals that card. Okay, so we have a Spoils of War coming in, so that's +2. We've got a Steel Blade Supremacy. This is going to be a big one. Courage of Blade Hole is going to be popped. So, oh my god. So we're coming in for 8. So it's got to go again because of Spoils of War. So maybe a Twinning Blade turn this round. We still haven't seen that card that Sharif put in Arsenal on the very first turn. So maybe he's been playing a really patient game. He pulled Twinning and maybe it's in there. So John's all in, blocking for 12. We've got Glint of the Quicksilver being played, so and a Singing Steel Blade. Blimey. Okay, so there we go. So there's the twinning. So John's gone all in. Yeah, with the twinning blade, he'll get to attack anyway. With his Dawn blade, irrelevant if this attack hits. So it's not going to matter that much that John's gone all in here. So Steel Blade Supremacy is still going to be active. Courage of Blade holds active. He'll then get to swing it in again for 6 attack. Coming in for 6. So John just takes it. He hasn't got a lot of options. So Steel Blade Supremacy is going to give him a card. So Refraction Bolters I've been popped. So Sharif's now got to go again. So his Dawn Blade can come in for another 6, but no, braces are active. So he's now coming in for 7. So he's got to use his armour. Oh God, this is such a powerful turn from Sharif. He's timed this to perfection, really. So all John can do is put in his armour. If he's got a Sink Below or a Fateful Scene in his arsenal, that would be amazing. But yeah, he's in real problems. Okay, they're just going through how much he's coming in for. So Sharif is coming in for 7. So it looks like it. John's got to put in his armour. So, and then Sharif follows up with a Stroke of Foresight, puts it up to 10. John has blocked for 2, 8 damage in total. That knocks John out. That was such a cool game. Congratulations to Sharif. He goes on to the top 4, wins himself an Exude Confidence playmat, and gets himself an invite to Nationals. Well done, Sharif. Commiserations to John. And we will have the top 4 match coming up soon. So like, subscribe and stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.